Come and see me. Can't you see me? It's so easy to believe in you. I believed in you. Your intention, my addiction. Fear no evil. You'll be safe in here. I was saved in here. Rainbow shine on. Rainbow shine on.
Hello and welcome to After Hours Off the Air, home of the vodcast where streamers come together to discuss topics of the streaming and gaming world. If you have questions throughout the course of the show and it is on topic, feel free to ask. If we have time, we will get to it. If you have a question about something completely different or you have a topic that you would like to see on the show, feel free to tweet at any member of the show. I would like to apologize, guys. We got a late start. We had some Twitch issues. Twitch was kind of acting strange, but we're good, and we are going to get this underway. We have some great topics to talk about tonight. We are going to talk about the streaming grind versus real life, and at some point in time, the grind adds up and then real life happens. And what do you do when you want to stream but you can't? We are going to talk about esports and the fact that colleges are now offering scholarships for people to play video games. We will talk about maybe shots fired. Maybe shots fired. Maybe like a slingshot. Maybe not full automatic. But last gen consoles holding down next gen consoles. We will get into Rockstar banning people for using mods. And we're going to talk about season passes of games. Are they good? Are they a letdown? What do we want out of them? So on and so forth. Bill.
Sir.
You good?
Yeah, I'm great. Sorry guys. Like literally, these guys had to just yell at me, because Bill decided to become catatonic before the stream. So, but I'm good now, guys. Pleasure seeing you.
Yep. Tell everybody how you been. Tell them what you're doing. You know the drill.
Doing good. Catching some Z's. But, guys, I've been good. Still pushing towards 3,000 followers. I seem to have been stuck at the same place for a while now. But it's also my streaming schedule's kind of changed a little bit, guys. Hadn't been streaming so often. Working on a new schedule as we speak because started a new job today. So you'll start to see me a lot earlier and a little less so late at night, which should be a good thing. But other than that, I've been what have I been doing? Streaming a lot of single player games lately, and not doing so much as the multiplayer. Been going, back to like Valiant Hearts. Still haven't done Child of Light, Craig. I know you've done it. I haven't done it yet. But there's quite a few other things that I'm trying to, expand into. But other than that, I'm doing good.
Awesome. Stream anything new? Different?
What did I Yeah, the Borderlands series, the
Nice.
Telltale
Nice.
Tales from the Borderlands. Kind of enjoy it. It's actually pretty funny. It's witty, I would say. I really enjoy it though.
Very nice. Very nice. Greg,
Yes, sir.
my dude, how you been?
My dude. My dude. I've been actually really busy. I've been streaming almost 5 days a week. I changed up my stream schedule to my amazement, which is amazing, by the way. I changed up my stream schedule to the most inconvenient time ever. And then because I was like, streaming from 8, p.m. I would like eat dinner 8 p.m. and 2 p.m., to like 2 a.m. or whatever. I'd be grinding and I wasn't getting the results I, wanted. So I changed up my stream schedule and I'm like, I'm going to stream from 2 to 3 a.m. and I'm going to go all the way until like 7 or 8 a.m. So I'm doing like a morning stream now, getting tons of followers, tons of viewers. I think last night I streamed, I had like, upwards of 50 viewers, which is awesome.
Nice.
Lots of love and tons of the community has like embraced me and it's awesome because I get to I get a lot of viewers from, the UK, Australia, and all over the place. And a bunch of insomniacs from the US. And also, like, I think I just hit 2,000 last week. So I'm at 2K follows. Now I'm at 2.1K, which is awesome. And
Congrats.
then,
Yeah.
I mean, most of it is due to the raids. Like, a lot of it, I've gotten so many raids from Dorian. I've gotten Beard raids. I've gotten, raids from iGames. Just getting up there on the viewer list has been amazing, and the support. Even Raw has raided me. I've gotten some Raw raids and some Icy raids, and just like
Sweet.
all these awesome, streamers that are just like supporting me and, I've been gaining so quickly, which is awesome. So I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, mostly hardcore, which is where I turn the natural health regen off. So the struggle is real. The struggle has been real.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I've been gaining a lot and enjoying it. Unfortunately, I won't be doing a stream tonight because I'm doing this, but
Gotcha.
tomorrow.
Gotta have that grind. Craig, can I tell you a quick story?
Yes.
I thought about you the other day. I was playing Minecraft and it was really late, and I went through my Nether portal, and for some reason in my house, I can't figure out why, but randomly a mob will spawn.
Oh, it's zombie pigman, man.
No. Well, no, in my house,
Oh,
randomly a mob will spawn. I can't figure out why. Like everything's
it's
lit up.
It's probably
But anyway,
It has to be
I'm going through the Nether portal, right?
hmm
And when I get there, a creeper follows me
Oh no.
and blows up my portal.
Oh, so
And
you
I'm
can't-
and I'm in the Nether.
So you're stuck.
That's because I paid him.
And
Paid him to do
Uh-oh.
that.
I freaked out, right? I
Yeah.
had torches. I had redstone torches on me.
Uh-huh.
I didn't have a flint. It was my fault. So what I did is I roamed around the Nether and farmed everything that I needed to make what was it called, a fire spark or whatever.
Yeah.
But I freaked out. I just knew that I wasn't going to be able to get back home. Anyway, so I almost stopped what I was doing and
Oh.
and called you
Get stuck in the
to
Nether.
figure out
is-
what the hell to
yeah,
do.
is not a good.
Yeah, but that's my stupid story of Minecraft.
Yeah. You gotta make sure that it's all lit up super well.
Yeah, I don't know. After it was all over with and I got back home, I was laughing at myself, but I did kind of freak out there for a minute.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Where's Craig? He'll know what to do."
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
Um, but yeah, I've been noticing some of those streams that you have been having those.
Yeah, I mean
those-
it's been awesome. Like the sport has been awesome. I really enjoy it. The vibe has been really good. I can't complain at all, other than my lack. Like my sleep schedule has been like rip. Just like because I'll end the stream 7:30 ish, and then by the time I host somebody or raid somebody, it's like 8:30. Walk the dogs, and then I'll sleep from like 9 to or like 8 to like 11, and then I'll take a nap from like 10 to midnight or 1. So like I haven't been getting the whole 6 to 8 hours, but it's been broken up, so.
well,
But I mean, it's been awesome. I want to get my sleep schedule. I'm just working on getting my sleep schedule shifted so that way I can like stream, go through my day, and then I can go to sleep at like 6 and then wake up at midnight and get ready for the show. That type of stuff.
yeah, my sleeping schedule as of late has had a mind of its own.
But that's part of the grind, I
Same here.
guess.
Yeah, it is. Dorian, how have you been? You know the drill.
I've been doing great there, Sulfus. Again, I just want to say thank you guys for all patiently waiting. There was some tech stuff, but it was mainly behind Twitch. There was just like the site loading errors that just started at like almost perfect like 5 o'clock, which was a bunch of bull crap. But we're here now, and again, thank you, Sulfus, Craig, Bill, for having me back on the show. Always a pleasure. The vodcast, guys. If you haven't already, definitely follow this channel. We try to be here at least once a month, and we discuss a variety of different gaming topics, streaming topics. Always a blast. And I must do this. Hold on a sec.
What?
Can we get some iGames hype?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I tried holding the last match.
All right.
Last round, the last
Yeah.
round.
Anyway,
Alright.
yeah, no, it's so good to have iGames here.
Great.
If you guys do not know that iGames, and everyone here, make sure to throw them all those hot follows. But anyways, I've been good. Just the whole the streams have been great. I actually took like 6 days break from streaming because my sleep schedule was hooped. Like I would be going to bed around 7:30, 8 o'clock, wake up around 4.
Yeah.
And then by the time when I would normally stream, I'd just be sacked out, be so tired. But I'm glad that I think I got everything all smoothed out. The streams have been great. I know you guys have been seeing me play a lot of that Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the
Dark
First
Souls.
Sin. Oh my gosh.
A lot of mother
That is
fathers.
Yeah.
Mother, father.
Tell me not
So
to.
many
father.
mother fathers.
Yes.
All the motherfuckers.
And so far, the hardest parts are the downloadable content areas, which is a part of the Scholar of the First Sin edition. So that's been tough. But I've been playing that, having a blast. Of course, you guys know we've been playing some Mario Kart 8. A lot of red shells, rip. A lot of ripperonis there. Lots of death. B-boy treatment knows
All that
all
salt.
about that. Salt, yep. And everyone coming from the Salt Raid, from the B-boy raid. Gotta love that B-boy.
Yes, thank you.
And
B-boy.
Thanks, bud.
everyone tuning in. And of course, we play GTA here and there. Not as much because that game is just drops almost as much mother fathers as Dark Souls. Not as much, but it's pretty close. But no, I've been great. Streams have been great. Streaming's been fun. The weather's getting better. Everyone knows. Summer, at least in North
Warmer.
America, starting to get warmer. I'm always excited. E3 just around the corner. I believe it's next month, right? iGames. I think it's June, right?
I
think
so.
it's-
Got my
I think it's-
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, next month I believe is E3, a big video game conference. So I'm excited to see what happens. Witcher 3 next week. I'm excited.
Hype.
So games, a lot of the games that I want to play are coming out relatively soon, with the next 3-4 months. So first one off, start with that Witcher 3. But in closing, yeah, no, fantastic. Always a pleasure to be back on the show, and everyone tuning in, all you guys, we all sincerely appreciate it. And let's have ourselves a fantastic podcast type.
Yes. Yes. Bill always disappears. I wonder where he goes. I wonder where he goes.
That mirror
No
door.
one knows where he goes, but he's gone.
Gotta love that Bill Buckner.
So tonight we have a new panel member, guys and gals. iGames, thank you for coming on in, and
Thank you for letting me be here.
and discussing things with us. If you would, if for some people may not know you in chat, I hope everybody does, but if they don't, tell them where to find you. What kind of got you into streaming, if you want to talk about that, and what you stream and stuff like this. Just kind of give everybody an idea of who you are.
Well, what kind of got me into streaming was like the fact that I enjoy playing games, and that's why I chose the name iGames. Because
Right.
I was like, I buy a lot of games, I play a lot of games, and I felt like why not just share my experience with people, and kind of how it started. And I randomly came across Larissa's stream when she was streaming back on the PlayStation, playing like Don't Starve and stuff like that. And I saw her enjoying it and having fun, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. So that kind of like just got me kickstarted into that. But as to what I stream, I did stream a lot of GTA, and it's crazy how much my channel has grown because of that. And I also stream like a variety of other games, like ranging from like maybe like Need for Speed, so like Warframe. Those were like the first two games I started out streaming, and then as the upcoming games that I'm streaming now, which is Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Minecraft, still a little bit of GTA 5, but I'm really looking forward to streaming The Witcher and Elder Scrolls Online, which is going to be the biggest thing I'm going to be streaming. Majority of my time is going to be Elder Scrolls Online, because I want to be able to play with everybody, and with that game, you can play with a lot of people.
That's what I started out with.
Definitely.
Oh my god!
I remember that, Bill.
You and Dot
Yeah.
U.
I remember that, yep.
You and
I
your
was
brother
there.
Dot.
The recently married .u, by the way. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is right. He did get married. But that's how I found Bill, was him streaming
Yep.
ESO, because I was playing ESO too, and I was
And I had no clue what the hell I was doing.
and I was
I still remember Bill's 100 hype.
yeah, definitely,
Memories.
100 hype.
Right?
definitely.
Yeah, no, I just want to see what happens with iGames when he streams at ESO, because there's a lot of marriages on the line. I hear Larissa might get hooked up with iGames. Chelsea might get hooked up with iGames and Larissa. And there's a lot of marriages on the line. I'm excited to see what happens here.
iGames, you should hold a tournament. Everybody duels. Whoever wins gets your hand, man, and that's just what happens. That is just what happens.
I see rain hype up in the chat.
But yeah, for me, guys, I have been plagued with internet issues. I generally don't have internet issues, but I have. I haven't been able to stream in almost like 2 weeks because of so. I came back. I streamed, I think, Thursday and Friday night. Thursday night, I streamed some Smite just to kind of hang out and get back in to the groove. And then Friday night, I picked up that Last of Us grounded again. I finally got past the bloater in the gym. Finally got past that part. But yes, other than that, and then I took Saturday and Sunday off just because my sleeping was screwed up. But I'm debating whether to stream tonight or not. Depends on how tired I am when we get through with this. And that's about all I've been doing. Yes, blame Tess. Always blame Tess.
Always.
But yes, other than a lot of nothing because my internet's been unstable. I finally got that fixed with 2 live chats and a phone call later. I'm good now. I'm good now. But yes, again, thanks for everybody being patient with getting started off, and we'll get into the topics. So, the streaming grind versus real life. You have really what just happened to me. Like I was, wanting to stream. People's tweeting me out, "Hey, you gonna stream? What's going on?" And I just can't. You have that follower base that likes to see you stream
consistently.
and then you like hearing from them. It's a whole relationship thing. But what do you do and how do you handle it? Or if you have a personal situation where you can't stream and people are like, "Oh, where you at?" How do you balance that? And how do you go about doing that? And that's the first topic that we're going to talk about. Bill, you want to take this one?
Sure. So, what? The grind versus real life. Let's see, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. Real life has happened a lot to me lately. And with working and getting sick. And if some of you don't know, I spent a little bit of time in the hospital recently, and it's been tough. And due to that, I missed work for even longer. And the grind is something I feel like I need to get on once I missed all that. I don't know. It's just, streaming has become something that I'm used to. It's becoming like almost like I have to. I do it so much is that I start to miss people. Period. That's one big thing.
Yep.
You get that itch, and you're like, oh man, I feel like I'm letting these guys down because I haven't been on, and they keep sending me tweets. Hey, where are you at? What's going on? We miss you. This and that. Blah blah. And start to feel bad. I'm like, oh man, I really got to get back on and start doing it because it's not only fun. I mean, it's a hobby. It's something I enjoy doing. It's a part of my life. And I don't consider this a job at all by any means. I consider this just a part of my life that I enjoy doing, and the grind to me is pretty important part of it. I enjoy it. But yeah, and as I say, the real life part, it happens. Life happens, as someone always tells me that I work with. Life happens, all right? Don't worry about it. Just, get yourself back in there and do what you love doing, But, I don't know. You can't divulge too much on there, but, yeah. I just can tell you from personal experience that life really does happen. And the grind to me is important. I enjoy doing it. So, yeah. Well, that would be not it for me there. Excuse me.
iGames, what's your take on this topic, sir?
Well, I kind of was like in this situation with in terms of my mom going through surgery and everything like that, and when it's like personal stuff that's going on, it gets very stressful. So it's hard for me to stream or even do anything or even watch streams. But for me, I feel bad too. Like as Bill was saying, like you feel bad if you don't stream because you miss everybody, and it's just like it's hard to explain. Like to me, I love streaming, and like I just feel like to me it's more than a hobby. I don't look at it as like a job, but I just love streaming, and it's like a passion I have. But when I can't stream, I feel really bad. I feel like I am letting everybody down, and it sucks. But
it's like a part of you is missing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm lost.
Yeah, exactly. But when stuff's going down at home, that stuff's more important to me. You know, I have to drop everything. And I mean, if I can't stream for a month, I won't stream for a month. Like the time when it was bad too, because I didn't have internet for a month, and I felt really bad that I couldn't like just hop on stream or even show support for people. And that was just like one of the hardest times I had to deal with everything, is because, you know, it was just like, wow, I really did miss everybody. But all the support I got when I came back was you know, incredible. And you know, all the support from people, you know, tweeting me out saying, you know, hope everything's going good with your mom. It boosted my confidence, and you know, it just gave me the energy and everything I needed to, you know, kind of bring myself back into terms of streaming and going about everything else and going back to normal, you know. So I just feel like, you know, sometimes you do need to take a long break from it as well.
Yeah, true.
Very true. Dorian?
Yeah, stream grind. I know I've covered this before, but yeah, when life happens outside of Twitch, definitely take the time and have all that stuff set out and get it done, do it well. And you know, when you come back to streaming, enjoy it, because I don't ever look at streaming ever being a chore or something that's a job looking. It's something I just enjoy and having fun. That's why we're all here, right? We all enjoy a variety of different games, and we want to share those experiences with others. And that's what Twitch is, in my opinion, it's what it's all about. But yeah, when you get into that grind phase and you have that follower base, prime example would be when I was streaming a lot of Grand Theft Auto. It's quite rewarding, quite a satisfying feeling, but at the same time, you don't want to get yourself to the point of burnout, where unfortunately I did. So that's why I don't stream GTA as often as I used to, because as much as fun as that game can be, and with all the tech issues aside,
Yeah.
just the amount of stuff that goes on, like the amount of chat of sometimes it could be good or bad, but just the amount of demand to the point where only having to stream one game, then it just starts to feel like you're just a tester for a game or something. Or I know Craig used the actual good word to describe it. You're like not a beacon, but just a
Facilitator.
yes, a facilitator. And
Exactly.
I don't want to be a part of that anymore. So when the folks that join in when I am playing GTA, and they stuck around kind of really no matter what, and I have more fun playing with them, and I think they have a lot more fun because they have actually better chances of joining in too, but it's just a lot more rewarding for them. And when I'd be playing those heists that came out back in March, I'm really only playing with my subscribers, my mods, and loyal followers that just come by, so that's always good. But yeah, no, definitely if you have other things going outside of your life and you don't want to bring that to your stream and bring it down, and anytime you start to feel a bit burnt out, definitely think about, you know, if it will possibly just affect your attitude and behavior when you're streaming, because who really wants to watch a streamer if they're completely burnt out and frustrated and become irritable at the smallest things? It's in my opinion a bit offsetting. But yeah, definitely it's all about having fun. And each time I go live, no matter what game I'm playing, I always look at it like, all right, I'm gonna go live because I enjoy this. I want to share my gameplay experiences and connect with the folks that have already followed, and hopefully meet new folks along the way.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Definite agreeance with everything you just said right now. Craig?
Yeah, I mean, I am no stranger to breaks at all. As you know, because life does happen, and you have priorities, and you know, you don't make as much money off of you know, Twitch or whatever to support that hobby. So you gotta really focus on and it really is a hobby for pretty much every one of us, I would say. We're not in it for the money. That's for damn sure. Um, with
Can I
that
get an
being,
amen?
can I get
Agreement. Amen. Yes.
yeah, we're definitely not in it for the money. Just like if we probably broke it down and we went through how many hours we played versus how much, you know, donations we've received or whatever type of support. It would probably be really eye opening to actually do the math. Um,
I don't wanna.
you don't wanna. None of us want to.
I don't wanna.
Yeah. So it definitely is a hobby, and I'm no stranger to breaks. No stranger, to put aside streaming for a little bit. But I always enjoy getting back into it, and then it's nice to kind of take a break, breathe, and be with the people around you, and be like, there's outside happening, and the sun is out, and all that other stuff. So
Outside.
yeah, there's an outside out there somewhere.
It's got HD graphics too.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
vitamin D out there.
Yeah, vitamin D and all that good stuff. So it feels good to take a break and to spend time with family, and got some vacations coming up, and then in July I think I have like a week off, so
Nice.
not going to be streaming then, and but it's definitely good. It's definitely, and then it's also very rhythmic. I think a lot of people, get into rhythms and where they have highs and lows, and if you want to get up on those highs, and then you're streaming a lot, and then you realize how much time and effort you're putting into it, and you're like, man, I need to, either focus on family or focus on friends, or I haven't talked to people in a really long time. So it's you always got to keep that balance, and I think taking breaks helps with that balance, especially with Twitch, because when you're streaming a lot, and you're gaming a lot, so you're streaming 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, a stream, and then after that you're hosting somebody or rating somebody, and then that's another hour, and you're helping them, support them, and then you're watching streams, and it's definitely, like, I've been saying a lot recently that Twitch, you get the love that you give.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
So when you're spending all your time and all your efforts into other people's streams, and you're hanging out with them and tweeting out their streams and generating hype, it definitely does take a lot of time, as well as just you streaming. I mean, this isn't even just streaming in general, like part of your streams. It's just supporting other streams and being present for other people, and talking in chat and networking and everything like that. So it's kind of very, very, very time consuming, and I understand the need for breaks, and I totally accept that, and just as long as you guys come back,
Yeah.
don't take a break forever. That's I definitely want to make sure that everybody comes back and enjoys streaming and everything like that. I definitely understand the need for it, though, and everybody takes breaks, and it also it gives you time to reevaluate what you want to do in your stream. When you're constantly doing the same thing every night, or you're constantly grinding, taking a break and stepping back from that, and not just feeding off of what people are telling you, or all the follows, and just focusing on what you really want to do, I think can really help you, and really help in the direction that you want to go when you stream. I think,
kind of take a step back away from it.
yeah. and kind of reevaluate and be like, what do I want to gain from this experience, or what experience do I want to provide for other people in my stream? You know,
Yeah,
and
because after a while it just becomes kind of a thing, and
yeah,
you just kind of do
it's
it.
just like a routine.
Yeah, there's not really much thought, put into it once you've been grinding for so long. I'll agree with that.
Exactly.
Um, uh, for me, I'm in agreement with all the things that you guys said. I mean, I was finally to a point to where I could stream a lot, well as before. When I before I quit my last job, streaming was just kind of a thing that I couldn't do very often. And then now I could, and I had a pretty good schedule, and then the internet thing happened, and then I'm just like, oh wow, here I am just sitting in my house like, reading a book, which was, good times. Don't get me wrong, I like, sitting around doing such things, but when you want that need to stream and you can't, it kind of sucks, to a point, when it's like tech issues that you can't stream. Um, when it comes to real life, I'll have to say that that the viewers are probably some of the best people ever, because they will be like, "Hey, you streaming tonight?" Well, I got this thing going on. They're like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll see you tomorrow night." Everybody's so understanding. It's like, I like to think about it like they're trying to make sure that they're not missing me stream. Like they're looking for me at my appropriate time, and I'm not there, and they think something is wrong. Which is kind of cool to me. I think people actually care what's going on, but at the same time, when you say, "Hey, I got this thing going on," they're so just supportive, and we've got like the best crossover viewership ever. Because
Oh
we
yeah,
We do.
a,
yeah, we
Absolutely.
do.
a lot of people out there are so awesome, and so
Yeah.
understanding of everything that's going on with the streamer's life, and that's just like everybody else. It's just I'm
Did the
going,
stream go?
huh?
Someone said there goes the stream. Oh wait, or no?
No,
Okay.
seems fine.
Okay. All right. Right.
Oh, okay.
What? I'd still see it.
Oh wait, no. It says video loading video for me now.
Really?
Yeah.
It should be.
Oh, there it goes. It might be a Twitch thing. It might be a Twitch thing.
A Twitch thing. All the.
Oh,
Twitch
you know
things.
what? That shit froze on me. Yeah, I see it. I see it. It's frozen.
Loading.
Yeah.
It's kind
a bit
again, this
jittery
is kind of
now.
what happened when doing GTA that time when
And
you
chat hasn't moved. Yeah.
No, chat's moving. No,
Yeah,
the thing
my
is, I
screen
just
There you
paused
go.
is
and
black and
I
it's
hit-
loading.
no, I paused it and then hit play again. But I still see it going.
Sorry, guys. My allergies and everything. Let me go step away for just a second.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Be right back.
Yeah, this
Alright.
reminds me of when I was streaming. This kind of thing took place.
You know what's funny is every time I stream off my Xbox, every time I hit the 5 hour mark, it always shuts off, and then comes back up, and then people, oh, it looks like we're back up. I see
I
it.
still got that loading video. I might have
I just
to
refreshed.
refresh. Oh yeah, refresh. Yeah.
I just hit the refresh.
Good. F5 for the win. But let's see here. That All right, I see it. I see it. That's good. That's strange. Another thing that took place similar like this is when I was streaming a couple weeks back, and all of a sudden everyone said it just went gray screen. That is definitely likely a maybe a Twitch ingest server issue, possibly, because I'm sure on Solstice then you didn't see any drop frames or
Oh no.
any statistics. Yeah, so that was definitely a Twitch server for sure.
The ads.
All right. Okay, so we're good. I was trying to remember. Yeah, just to finish my thought again, and just to rehash. The viewership, all you people in Twitch land are awesome and so supportive. But
Too supportive.
and so understanding. When streamers can't, stream
Yeah.
for one reason or another.
Yeah,
So hats off to all of you guys.
for sure.
Yeah, no, I gotta. I'll just chime in on this. And when I'm not streaming, I would get sometimes a tweet at me or a message saying, "Hey, what are you gonna be streaming tonight?" And I don't take that as an annoyance or anything. I look at that as like, "Hey, I'm doing something right. I'm obviously
Yeah.
doing something right here that they enjoyed the stream enough that they really want to get the insider info of what I might be streaming, or maybe perhaps organize something like." On Friday night, I got a hold of a few others if we can do some Splatoon, even though that was an open test fire, third person shooter with Super Soaker ink guns for the Wii U. We couldn't play together, but we all chatted up on TeamSpeak, which was fun. But yeah, I know it's great to see the support when when you're off the stream and you're just enjoying the day, and sometimes you get like a tweet through a message or a tweet out, all that stuff, and like, hey, what you playing? And like, yeah, I must be doing something right, that they really want to know about the information of what I want to play, and they'll be there. Or if I'm not streaming, I always tweet out usually about an hour to an hour and a half before I go live, or in the event of I can't stream, being exhausted or just out somewhere on those lines. But very understanding community. And I haven't had someone like, well, see ya, or something really coarse like that. It's always been very
Yeah.
fully understanding.
Definitely.
Yeah, I always get Xbox messages where they're like, "Hey, when are you streaming?" or "What are you streaming?" or "When are you playing?" With followers or that kind of stuff. So it's kind
I
of
sometimes
uplifting because it's like, wow, the stuff that I'm putting out there is actually affecting people, and they're thinking about it throughout their day.
Yeah, absolutely something that we provide some sort of entertainment. I'm just going to go on record, subpar gaming right here.
Subpar.
But yeah, subpar
Well, you know what?
gaming from Dorian.
I bet a lot of
But,
people who watch our streams use our one-liners throughout their day as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hold on a second.
That would make me happy.
Before
Yeah.
All the
before
things.
anything goes,
Hashtag all the things.
all the things.
Yep.
Before it gets, it's not a Dorian thing. It is a Bill Buckner 1986 thing.
All right.
Mother,
Father.
father.
It is from Bill. It was from Bill. He's playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. He's like, mother, father. That's where it was from. All
Among
right,
other
guys.
things.
Just saying.
Of course,
Yeah.
Advanced Warfare would
Who started
elicit
the
such a
gotta love
response.
thing?
That's Dorian.
Yeah,
I thought that was a
see,
Bill. I thought
Gotta
that
love
was
that
I don't-
Dorian.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just like there's so many things that like it goes between like all streams. There's the gotta love that person, and there's the mother father, and then everybody like for me too. Like people when they see me type ha 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 in their head, they can hear me laughing.
Yeah,
Oh, another one.
I'll say
Or
something
what
maybe a
is
couple
the
times. and I'll
iGames
let Dorian
one?
take it
Like
from there.
awesome, awesome, awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
you.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
use
Yeah.
that
Thank
a
you,
lot.
thank you.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
I remember
I have done that, so I got a follow one time, and I said, I said your thing instead of what I normally say, and
I've done it too.
I was like, I just did iGames. Y'all should go. Y'all should go follow iGames, so you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. No,
Just
I would be
Thank you.
I would be streaming, and then Marlena would pop in, MLA626, who's an awesome streamer, by the way.
Yeah, MLS.
I'd be streaming, and someone follow like, oh, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. And I'm like, oh, I just pulled out iGames, and like, yep, just rolls off the tongue just like that. So
Definitely. Definitely.
The Praise the Sun too. That started with Dorian.
Oh yes.
Son.
yeah,
Yes. Yes. Praise the sun.
Yes.
There's so many. It's so funny. So the next topic, guys, I did some research on this next topic. The next topic is colleges now giving scholarships to esport players. So what I did was contact the first college to ever give out esport scholarships, and did a phone interview with their esport coordinator. Believe it or not. So what I'm going to do is just going to read through the questions that I asked him, and then his response. His responses will be paraphrased. I didn't get to record the call to get direct quotes, but it will be paraphrased. So what is that, Bill?
It is the newspaper article about the college.
Ah, gotcha. Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Very nice. So the college is Robert Morris University of Illinois. Was the first to give student scholarships for esports, and it began last year, 2014. The gentleman that I spoke to was Kurt Melcher. I hope I'm saying your name right. He is the associate athletic director. He is also the head coach for the women's soccer there, and he is also the esport coordinator. So he is the esport coach as well. So again, I'll just kind of run through all these things that I talked to him about and give his responses, and then we'll kind of dive into the topic even more. The first question was, how did the program come to be? Growing up, he was just like everybody else here, just a fan of video games. He had the idea to bring it to a collegiate level. He presented his idea to the athletic director. And after this, a proposal was given to the president of the college, and they accepted. They broke down all the talking points of, hey, it's a team sport. You know, you got to have teamwork to play these types of games that we're playing. It's not just, a thing that people just do for fun anymore. And after all of that was presented, it was accepted. And then I asked him the general reactions of people that they got from people, of course, after learning they're giving out scholarships to people to basically play video games. And again, he said that basically, after explaining everything that an esport person does, with the exception of like running laps all day long to get cardio, they're still doing everything that any other team sport would do. They practice, they have to communicate, there's strategies involved, all of this. So after this was presented, people were really open to the idea. So the next question was, how many students are currently in the program? There are 30, and there are two different tiers of scholarships. The Tier 1 pays 70% of their tuition, and Tier 2 pays 35%. With the idea of the Tier 2s getting coached and developed to be able to play on that Tier 1 level. And they pick people by recruiting, and then, certain games they'll check ladders to see people who are really high ranked up on the ladder, and kind of go after those guys. So the games that they are currently playing are League of Legends, DOTA 2, and Hearthstone. I also asked him if there was plans for any future games, and he named Counter-Strike.
All right.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's so big right now. It's crazy.
Yes.
CS:GO. Yep.
CS:GO.
And then I asked him, who do you compete against? Like, who else is playing? Like, who are they matching their skill up against? And there's, to my dismay, I did not know. I did some research on that as well. But there's an actual collegiate Star League, where tournaments are held, and things like this of different games. And for those Hearthstone, I'll go into that for a second. Hearthstone is a one-player game, but in the collegiate star level, Collegiate Star League. What they do is you team up 5 people and you play, each other, and then like it's basically like you get scored. So if 3 people out of 2, win, then that team would win for the match or whatever. So I thought that was kind of cool because I was very curious to see how they was doing Hearthstone because it is a one-person game, but then they just turned it into a team game, so that's cool. And they also have on campus. They have an esport arena
Mm-hmm.
that they built where they hold their games. He said they play them on Saturdays, and it's a whole. They are got sponsored by a whole bunch of different people that was helping them out. I Buy Power was one of them, and he got those. It's supported with those chairs that you were talking about actually earlier, Dorian, before the show started. What were they called? Those chairs that you were talking about?
Oh yeah, like DX racer chairs. Yeah. There's lots of different gaming, PC gaming peripherals, game chairs out there.
Yeah.
And they would have their teams and embroidered into the actual chair itself.
Yeah, I can see in the background here some of the people that are sponsored by like Cooler Master, I Buy Power, Asus.
Yep.
And there's a couple others I can't see, but they spent $100,000 to turn a computer lab into an esports arena.
Yep. And
Wow.
once word got out what they were doing and what they were trying to do, it just gained steam. So the next question I asked him: have any of the players gone pro since anybody that was on the team that went pro? And after a month and a half, one of their players last year went pro in League of Legends. His name is Adrian Ma, and he went to Team Impulse. And then the final question I asked him: where do you see esports in the future? He stated that esports was a growing industry, and video games are no longer just like a pastime that people do for fun. He hopes to see esports in the Olympics.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Now he countered that. He countered that with he compared it to snowboarding, right? So when snowboarding made the Olympics, everybody just kind of shrugged it off. It's like, it's skateboarder kids on snow. It's not a real thing. And now it's widely accepted. It's very widely accepted now by, all walks of life that snowboarding is just another thing that you do. Just so happens to be in the Olympics now. So he compared esports being in the Olympics to snowboarding, which was a good parallel and a good comparison that I thought. And then after it being showcased in the Olympics, that all the major universities would start kind of falling in line and sporting teams as well, and then it would just catapult from there. So that was the discussion that I had with Kurt there at Robert Morris University of Illinois, which is also a private college, so it's a smaller school. But he said, one of the main things that they were trying to do was to kind of bring everything that they could, to the school to be able to, have that kind of want for, have more ways to draw students in as well.
Atmosphere.
So, yeah.
I mean, and looking at this article, it says they really have gained some national attention. It says that the program has been featured on ESPN, NPR, and HBO's Real Sports. Actually, so it's a big thing.
I've seen the ESP bit, but I haven't seen the other two.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see the HBO Real Sports. That'd be very interesting to see.
So yeah, that was the discussion I had with him. I think, personal opinion, I think esports, there's a lot of potential out there, and obviously there are big prize pools for people to win. Um, but it's do I think that will we as a Western world will get to like Korea State to where it's like on primetime TV? I don't know. I do not know that we'll get there. But I do see it as a growing environment, and personally, I just hope it keeps growing. Um, but South Korea has been the mecca of esports for forever.
Yeah, with StarCraft.
Yeah.
StarCraft is huge.
Yeah.
Huge over there.
Well, all the Blizzard games,
Yeah.
all everything Blizzard.
Blizzard put out their own MOBA um, that are tournaments are starting up for that, and then teams have been developed. All the pro teams have a team for that now. It's growing, but it's still a thing to where I would almost not really compare it to Twitch, but it's almost like on a parallel to where if you go to anybody on the street and ask them what Twitch is and ask them what esports is, yeah, there's a good chance they're probably not going to know what it is, but then there's somebody that's going to know, what they both are. But it's not a thing where you can just go on the street and ask people about Google or YouTube. They know that. Everybody knows that. But from a personal opinion, I would just love to see esport grow. I think comments in chat, but I still think that esports in the Olympics would be, from my standpoint of view, it would be acceptable, because if you take away the physical, everything is still there. You have to practice. You have to be on point. If you, click the mouse, one time in the wrong direction, you throw the entire scope of the game, in League of Legends. So it's very precise. People practice for the Olympics, for all their life for that one moment, and they, mess it up. It's the same thing when you're playing League of Legends or any of these other esport games. Hearthstone, you throw out the wrong card, your game is done. So it's still, to me, it's still on that same level.
I think that they would probably have their own Olympics. I couldn't see them being actually in the actual Olympics per se. I could see esports having like an esports Olympics, but to be honest, I mean, it's already such a huge event and such a big thing, and it takes days and days and days, and cities put up millions of dollars, building arenas in these events and hosting the game. So I think for them to do esports on top of that, and then to put in, billion or even more millions building esports arenas and all that other stuff, I doubt it would be feasible. But I could definitely see e-games getting their own Olympics. Not so much as far as being in the Olympics itself, though. For sure.
Good one, my e-games like the X Games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and he did state that the Olympic Committee is more kind of open to new things. The Olympics have always tried things before, and sometimes they don't work out, and they don't have them the next time they do the Olympics. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
If it's ever showcased on the Olympics, is when the catapult will happen, and everybody comes to the forefront. People, it'll be shown on TV. People will see the atmosphere. People will see the excitement. There's, if anybody hasn't seen it, you can YouTube Sons of StarCraft, which is a documentary on Artosis and Tastosis, which are StarCraft 2 casters. They go to the tournaments and they cast, and both of them live in South Korea, and they just go and cast the game. That's how they make their living. It's a, I don't know. I think it would be cool. Will it happen? I don't know, but if it did, I'd be right there on my couch watching it. Love it. All right, Games, what do you think, man?
I don't think it should go to the Olympics. I mean, well, yeah, it would probably be better if they had their own Olympics, but I don't see it as being a real sport, and I don't think that I feel like it shouldn't even be promoted as a sport. Video gaming is playing video games. There's nothing sporty about it, and I just don't think it is the right idea, right movement. I think it'd be frowned on, actually, to tell you the truth. I personally, my opinion, I think it would be stupid. And not saying anything bad about oh yeah, everybody puts their heart and soul into a game to practice with the team thing and all that stuff. But I mean, I still don't see it as being like a sport or worthy of being in the Olympics. You know, I don't know. There's a lot.
Gotcha.
There's a lot about it.
So no gold medals for League of Legends, man. Come on.
I
Come
don't
on.
know.
I can't even watch.
I can't even. Yeah, I can't even watch League of Legends. I can't watch it.
Go to high, go to mid, go to low.
going
You
on?
screwed up. Bad Dorian.
Do the
the other
Olympics
thing
even
is,
have
too.
chess yet? I mean, come on.
But
The
yeah.
other thing is too. Remember they put Call of Duty in the X Games. What the hell is that about? It's just, that is stupid to me. That was the stupidest thing ever. I don't like it. I was never a fan of it, and that was just my opinion. It's just I don't like it, and I wouldn't promote it like that. If they are gonna do something, have the video game Olympics. That would be something different.
Yeah,
but
the video game Olympics would be great. And there's so much categories, and there's so many different games, and whether you could have Olympics for League of Legends, you could have Olympics for Dota, you could have Olympics for StarCraft, you could have Olympics for COD, you could have. I mean, there's so many games out there that. What about speedrunners? I mean, there would be a speedrunners Olympics probably for all the old school like N64 games. I know there's tons of people who do running for a living, and that's take home the gold for Rock Band. yeah.
We'll see.
Like Guitar Hero, gold medal. Definitely on what is it like Extreme, going from green button to orange or red,
We'll see.
we'll have a Pong tournament. That's what we'll do.
But I mean, the thing is that you
I
have
like
so much prime time and so much time is already taken up by the Olympics that you would have to have an esports Olympics, solely not based on the Olympics itself. Because I mean, when the Olympics does happen, it's on pretty much 24/7 on various channels, NBC, who have the Olympics. So if it's on NBC, it'll be on NBC, and then it'll be on MSNBC, and then it'll be on because then you have because you'll have your main events like snowboarding and skiing and downhill and all that stuff on the main primetime stuff, and then you'll have like curling. Dorian. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Hey, I love
How far
curling.
could you toss the keyboard?
Curling.
That's what's gonna happen.
Curling.
Hey, curling.
So-
yeah.
All right.
But the sweep,
The
sweep.
I'm
Which I actually love. I love watching curling. That's like one of my guilty
I've done
pleasures during the.
My dad used to curl a
um,
lot, so.
Curling's awesome.
During the Olympics. I love watching that kind of. It's very tactical, and people are like, "How could you watch that?" And I'm like, "I'm addicted." I don't know.
all right. So I'm gonna counter with the video game Olympics that do exist. They're just not called Olympics. It's called the WCS, which is the World Cyber Games. These happen, but nobody knows about them. Like, you have to know that they're going on, right, to catch them and see what's going on with it. The whole idea of esports going to the Olympics is to bring it to the forefront. Because the Western world at large does not embrace it as a big thing, whereas the Eastern world does. In South Korea, it's on prime time. It's on TV. It's on Guam TV. You can turn it on and watch people play. But that's just my take on it. World Cyber Games, MLG, all these things exist. They all exist, and they all have players from around the world playing in them already. It's just not on the Olympics is like the grand stage of everything, right? So if it was in the Olympics once, then it would get some notice. In my opinion. Like I can see the argument where people say it's not a real sport, it's not this, it's not that. But at the same time, that's how I feel about it, though. All these tournaments, they already exist. Um, there is a national, there's a national basketball league. There is a national soccer league. Um, it's there. They're already competing with people from other countries, but it's when it's done in the Olympics, it's a different kind of thing that happens on those stages. And that's all I would like to say. I think it's just a complete. It's viewed differently um, when it's in the Olympics. You know what I mean? Like there's a world basketball, like a national basketball team. Uh, you know that they play all the time. But when the Olympics roll around, then they play again. Same thing. It's just on a different stage. That's all I can say.
One thing I'll chime in, it's different. I'm not very familiar with the esports scene, so this has actually been a learning process for me. But I see, like on in Canada, we have something called TSN, which is basically similar to ESPN, has like same logos, like same font and stuff. So it's like the Canadian version of ESPN.
It's actually
I see
it's
a lot.
sister company.
I see a lot of poker cards.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Poker.
there's a lot of that stuff that goes on, and that is displayed on ESPN a lot. Now, I'm not saying what's displayed on ESPN, is certified sport, but my take on the whole esports and stuff, I think it's if folks want to partake and compete and strategize and that stuff, that's great. Now, will it ever reach to the level of having a international presence into Winter or Summer Olympics? I don't think it will, but having its own arena, having its own specific planned out, if you want to call it, Olympic of several different games. For example, Craig mentioned about speedrunners, right? People playing the old classic Nintendo games. I see people speedrun Super Mario 64, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro,
Yeah.
all the time. Legend
All
of
the time.
Zelda, all the time on Twitch.
Ooh.
And I could see that community having, like, you'll have your speedrunner community, then you'll have your fighting community, like Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Street Fighter, Tekken, Dead or Alive. You'll see those games have that little competition tournament or whatnot. I know all these things already kind of exist, but like getting to the international presence, I don't know. And then of course you have the large real-time strategy or MOBA games like League of Legends, Dota, those two kingpins there going at it. So I would be for like a organized international thing for that. It would be cool because I do see video gaming, besides being fun, where I hold dear, it's all about having fun, but I don't think I would ever partake in something like that, but I see a lot of people are. There's a lot of folks that really do like to go beyond the game and just know every single hitbox, know the how blocking works in a fighting game, or the timing of stuff. You just get everything down to the precision. People are using fighter sticks instead of controls, so that's taking an edge right there. There's so much stuff that esports I'm not familiar with, but this being a learning experience, I could see this becoming its own entity. Now, I think Twitch in itself, it's streaming and playing games and stuff. That is just another spot where if you talk about esports, I could see that going. There's like MLG TV, I hear. That's also a part of it. I remember when I was younger on the PS2, I would be competing in these little fun little tournaments, these ladders on game battles for SOCOM 1 and SOCOM 2.
I remember.
I remember those
Oh,
times.
that's
And then
so cool.
you get like gold and like, oh, North America champion stuff. Never reached that because I'll always be an anchor team. Subpar gaming right here. But it's just saying that I could see this. I could see this taking its centerfold, and Twitch is kind of a driving community. Like we've already have had Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, and obviously Steam, PC for a long time. That those services have been there. But now Twitch. We were discussing this in iGames' chat last night. Justin TV, Solfos was saying, has been around for a little while, almost 8 years, I think you were saying.
Eight
and
years,
then it finally became, well, there was always Twitch and Justin TV, and then they just merged together into one under the Twitch name now. But I'm still relatively new to Twitch, and just seeing how far and how fast things have grown over the last year, especially I think iGames that I can relate of how our channels are. And so there's a lot more people streaming now than there was a year ago. You can stream, you know, on almost most consoles. You could probably I know you can probably stream games off your phone. Streaming on the PC is just a breeze. You're seeing that. I could see like a grasp of people wanting to do a lot more esports too, because the way of just streaming is becoming a lot easier, and the publicity of it. And I didn't see the article or the video about the ESPN2 that Mark was saying, but I did hear about it. It's slowly going to make its way. It's creeping. It's creeping. And it's not to the point where, like, word of mouth of YouTube, Google, Netflix, HBO, well, all that stuff. But I think it's on its way. And seeing that a league of sort of like an Olympic thing, I could see that happening. Like, we've seen Twitch plays Pokemon marathons. Look how fast that grown. People are going to do like a Pokemon tournament. I could see that. Or, you know, of course, League of Legends. And, of course, you were mentioning earlier, Sulfus, the Counter-Strike, CSGO. And that's an international phenomenon. Lots of people from Europe, I know, play the crap out of it. Like, I would be playing on CSGO, doing casual, and of course I have the voice channel, and a lot of folks that are speaking don't speak English. They're speaking a foreign language
German,
that I don't know.
Spanish.
Yeah, so you hear this, I'm like, wow. And I could see this becoming its own little thing, but to the point of reaching of international presence as a Summer Olympic or as a Winter Olympic. I don't see it yet. I don't see that happening. And then the whole debate about what is a sport. I'm not entirely familiar with the whole esports in terms of what games, besides like first person and like MOBAs or real-time strategy games that we've already discussed. But I'm interested to see, and that would even propel it. Like, there's so many discussions of how gaming has grown over the especially the last 10 years with hardware and games, and just seeing how things have grown. And streaming's just become a lot easier. I'm interested to see what happens in the next 5 years where gaming's at, because it's growing each and every year, it seems, and more people are playing it. I think more people are playing Call of Duty. Like, I remember when I first played my first Call of Duty, I was about 16. People are playing it like they're 6 years old now, which is kind of strange. Shame on you, people that are playing that at that young age. But
Violent video games.
So
I think what they should do, though, is, like, if anything, if they really want to do it, you know, they host the competition things on Twitch, like you were saying. Like, Twitch hosts, like, the tournaments and stuff like that. Why not bring that little bit of thing to, like, a TV? Like, maybe talk to the cable providers and see if they could put, like, a channel for Twitch. Maybe if people come across it, then they like it, and see how much it goes from there. run it for at least a year or something, see how that does. And I mean, if it does good, then maybe talk about going to the Olympics. But for it to be as Olympics, no way. No.
Mhm. And
That's just my
last thing
opinion.
I'll say is that I've seen some footage of StarCraft battles in South Korea footage where they have like one large desk for each team. They're all teamed up, and then there will be like an arena,
Yeah.
which of people. There's lights going on and all this jazz, and the people are just excited. And there's just seeing there's a lot of people. It's like 50 people. It looks like it's up to like early thousands or even higher than that. It's just crazy, 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 crazy. And then we see on the front page of Twitch a lot. There's these guys in suits and they're recording and they got their microphones and they're going over like instant replays. Like, look what this guy did. Wow, the hit markers were real. And I don't know. It's just
You see? That's what I'm saying. Bring that to TV and see if people like it. I mean, if they do, then go from there. But if not, drop the idea of it. That's
Well, I
just
think
all
they
I'm
would
gonna
bring
say
it
about
to
it.
TV if they thought it was profitable. I mean, they would bring anything to TV if they thought there was enough people watching it and it brought enough profit in advertising dollars. That's the thing. I mean, and I'm sure they're gonna be looking at like TV and companies like Comcast and all this other stuff are looking at like how much Twitch is streamed and compare it to Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff because it's pretty up there. It's actually up there as like one of the most top like watched sites, and it makes sense because when people watch streams or watch, it's not just like a half-hour show or an hour show. When we're not doing an hour show. We're doing like 5-hour show and 6-hour show. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Craig, I'm gonna go on a tangent. When you was
a
talking,
tangent.
when you was talking about speed running,
Let's do it.
I came across a video, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he was speed running Mike Tyson's Punch Out on the original NES. Wait,
Nice.
wait, I'm not done. And they blindfolded him.
What?
I'm not joking. It was a real thing.
What?
They
Wow.
they blindfolded him, and he knocked everybody out. Like he knew that game. You was talking about talking about knowing games in and out.
Yeah.
Like he was calling the punch before it would happen. He'd be like, "Oh, he's gonna do an uppercut here. I should dodge to the left," and it was stupid. It was stupid. It was honestly a very cool thing to see. But I'm just like, man, how long did this guy practice
Yeah.
doing this?
That's actually a good point because I was watching a speedrunner the other day and he doesn't have that many follows, but he has quite a big YouTube following, I think. Because he has a YouTube video. He streamed it on Twitch. He beat what was it? Super Mario 64, GoldenEye 64, and then he beat Ocarina of Time
All at the same time.
all at the same time
Yes.
in under an hour.
Yes.
And
Wow.
I was watching him play the other day. He was playing Perfect Dark. Okay, he was playing the same level. It was like 3 a.m. I go to sleep, and then I wake up, and he's still playing the same level, doing practically the same exact things, but going through and changing every minute detail. You know what I mean? Just trying to get, just the fastest time possible. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know how you do this. I'm like, I'm not that detail oriented. And he's like, yes, you have to be very detail oriented. And he's like, it is a hobby. He's like, it's something that I enjoy doing, going through every level, exploiting every little thing that gives me the fastest possible time to beat the level. But yeah, he was playing Perfect Dark, I think, from N64.
That's crazy.
But is he a part of the Games Done Quick crew? by any chance?
I don't know. I don't think he is. I think he just does it in his free time. He enjoys it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've seen. This is like another tangent here, but yeah, with Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, I see people do like these backflips. They would do backflips, and then they would use like a strike attack, and then they would go through a wall,
Mhm.
and it would take them from one dungeon to the next dungeon. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And then
And
they'll have the game done, but yeah, the
the
detail of
whole
execution.
yeah, and glitches and like breaks in the game are a big part of the whole speedrunning community that I didn't know about. I thought you had to go through it legitly, but to be honest, no, just like going through walls and doing it the fastest way possible is exactly how it's done. Which is, I was like, that's not beating the game. But yeah, Dorian, I totally feel you on that one.
So everybody got their 2 cents, maybe even a whole nickel in. Bill didn't get a word edgewise in on the esport topic. Do you
Well,
wanna-
I was kind of, in a sense there, I was kind of in complete agreement with the iGames there. Especially when it comes to like the Olympics type deal. I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to the Olympics per se. If I want to watch the Olympics, I want to see a sport. And the day that chess gets into the Olympics, all right, put esports in there, or something like that. But there's really no, not much physicality to it, really, So, but I do see esports being a very popular thing, and I do support it 100%. I think it's awesome. I think it's finally coming out of that shell to where people are just thinking, oh, it's video games. They're ruining your mind, because they're not. It's been proven that they're keeping you intrigued. It's actually good brain stimulation, and I completely support it 100% when it comes to esports. No, in the Olympics, no, but I definitely see it going somewhere. Definitely.
Yeah, no, one thing I'll just chime in what Bill was saying. I honestly think, you're saying like games are like screwing up your mind. I think stuff that keeps dumbing people down is these music videos of artists, what they went like, there's like half naked smoking
Yeah.
whatever, all this
Yes.
stuff, those type of
Yes.
stuff, and Hollywood. Now Hollywood, depending on the movies and stuff, I think those stuff are a lot more, they desensitize you to the extent where you're just completely numbed out. Whereas games, yeah, no, you're it's active, interactive experience. But with these stuff that goes on, this considered pop culture. I know when it comes to like some people with song requests and stuff, and I would just see like the video little thumbnail. I'm like, I'm glad that's not being displayed on stream. I'm glad I'm not seeing what is going on. But yeah, no, I would say those
no
things
evil.
are having more impact. Yeah, those things are having more of an impact. And then you just look at how many people have viewed that YouTube video of this Justin Bieber song. It's just like, oh my gosh, no. Oh man.
Why you
But
do
anyways,
this?
Right?
No
Right,
wrecking
exactly.
balls on Dorian's stream.
oh heck no. Miley virus, not gonna happen.
Miley virus.
Well, the other thing is
Yeah.
too, what is the basic standards for the scholarship for the esports thing? I mean, do they have to are they required to have a high GPA to be a part of that?
Oh,
Because
they're adhered. So their scholarship, which I did leave out, I went over the terms. So it's considered an athletic scholarship. So they have to hold the same conduct and GPA concerns that everybody else does.
I would, I think they should hire it just so that way they see that people can focus on playing video games and still do really well in school. I think if they set it higher than what it would be to required for sports, then people will start looking at it differently.
There's a good idea. I like that
There's-
idea. So
I always say don't be a fool, stay in school, because I hate when kids
Yep.
come into my stream, they're like, oh, I'm ditching class to watch your stream. No, take your ass and pay the hell attention.
get your learn on.
Yeah, no, I'll just chime in on this. It was strange. I don't know. One was school related, and the other one was like a yoga class, which was just strange. So I was streaming, and someone was watching on their phone or tablet. I guess they have the Wi-Fi is unlocked, so they can watch it at their school. And they decided to show my stream while they're doing like this class presentation. Maybe it was Twitch related or just gaming or a current event. I don't know what it was, but they had me streaming and watching me at the same time, the whole classroom. And I guess they were just discussing like on, this is becoming a lot more popular, streaming and what we do. And because gaming has become such a quite the fun pastime for most folks, and it's been around for a long time, video games, and it transcends all cultures and male, female, genders, all that stuff, all that good stuff. And so it was just strange that like, hey, my entire class is watching you right now, Dorian. I'm like, oh. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, have I sworn in this? What's going on? But
But
it's weird.
I was in a similar
Yeah.
situation, Dorian. I was in a
Yeah, I'll
similar
be playing-
situation.
Yeah, I'll be playing the game. Like, okay, well, I'm not gonna allow that to change me. I'll just continue what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. And then another one, what I mentioned, like a yoga class. I guess they were just listening to me. They were just listening in, not watching, but they had that playing in the background, and I thought that was interesting. Like they said, yeah, we're just listening to you while we do our yoga stuff. I'm like,
That voice
Oh,
though. That voice
okay,
though.
Yeah.
that's. I don't have the golden voice. I don't have the golden voice.
The timber.
Story time with Dorian.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
it was,
no.
that was a bit strange, but I'm like, okay, well, if Twitch is gonna be for that, so be it. It's cool. Still getting word out there, but yeah, no. As iGames said, just school and work, all that stuff first, and I just we both iGames and I just had that
Yeah.
running. It's
Like,
watching you.
yeah,
I'm
like
like,
Dorian.
stay at school.
Dorian, they were
Mhm.
showing you in class because it has become a major player and it's becoming an industry of the entertainment and broadcasting.
Yeah.
And it's growing, and that is something. It's kind of like years ago when people were wanting to get into do IT work for a living, and people are like, oh no, computers, this and that, blah blah blah. Well, look at it now. I mean, it's just taken off, and that's something. That's right there, broadcasting and entertainment. I mean, that is an industry. There's something there. There are, so yeah.
Well, the one time when I was broadcasting in front of a university, it was a college university. It was for communication.
Nice.
Yeah, so like the class randomly was going through Twitch streams, and I was streaming, and I was like, okay, whatever, right? And the people were just talking to me, and then I was just communicating with them, talking with them, interacting with them, and towards the end of the stream when they stopped watching, when their class was over, they're like, just letting you know, I'm from this college or this university. We were watching you. We were part of this course for communication, and thank you so much for communicating and talking with us. You helped us out, and I was like, holy crap, after they told me that, I was like, oh shit. Like the same thing with Dorian. I was like, did I mess up? Did I screw up? What
And,
did I do wrong?
Yeah, I don't think it's too far-fetched anymore, because we see in school and universities that people are doing a lot more online classes, online instructors. And it's very similar, because it is you're either doing like a face-to-face with your in person or online, or composing emails. And it didn't take me too much of a surprise. Now, that was like 10 years ago. I'll be like, what is going on here? I'd be a little shy guy. I'd be the shy guy. But now it's not so much. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting, but okay. You know, it doesn't scare me off as much.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So
Last thing I'll say, it's completely off tangent. Everything.
we're already
of the
on a
word, but-
tangent. Go for it.
Okay, another tangent. This one's more for Craig, and everyone in the chat here. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but you and okay. So like when that was happening, with the yoga class and the school stuff, it was just me. I would just speak. I wouldn't restrain myself. I would just be myself and enjoy the stream, and people would feed off of it, right? People could smell if you're faking it or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Now
totally.
I remember in your stream, Craig, and I was just lurking. I was half asleep, but I would hear you discuss with one of your mods, and someone would say like, Craig, you have to tone your language down. My son is watching.
Yeah.
Now that I've had that happen to
Craig?
me before.
Mhm.
Okay,
Happened
I've
to
had
you?
that happen to me before. Yeah,
Yes.
it has. Jake probably remembers that.
What?
I was just streaming, and they're saying like, my son is watching you, or my daughter's watching you. Do you mind, toning the language down? I made clear to them that, just so you know, that you did click on my channel. There is a video disclaimer saying, a video disclaimer, of this content, about
Maybe even
language.
sure.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, it
And-
doesn't show that disclaimer on mobile.
That's true. That's
Oh,
valid.
yeah.
Or
But
consoles.
at the same token, the Twitch. It'd be good if Twitch
But
somehow
the thing
can
is
implement that.
you're supposed to
But
be
it's-
like
you're-
13, to be viewing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the terms of service. That unless you have a supervisor or someone watching you the whole time, like a parental guardian
Yeah.
watching with it at the same time.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point I'm trying to get across is, when that happened, I just said, well, could you explain? And it would be just something like, you're saying mother, father, or, or what, iGames, I've used it, son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit.
Like,
And
I can't imagine Dorian being toned down, because sometimes I will swear and I'll be like, oh shit, or oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, or
yeah,
I will
yeah,
swear
and that's
because I'm caught up in the moment, and I was, like I said, I was a sailor, so it's definitely in there for me to swear. Like,
Yeah.
the cards are stacked up against me. Like, I was a sailor, and I used to cook professionally, so I was in a kitchen which is with a bunch of other guys, and it's pretty much like a locker room, and
Yep.
and it's all swearing. The chef is swearing, and the chef is swearing at us, and the chef is
Yeah.
swearing at the waiters, and we're
Yeah.
swearing at each other. And so being a sailor and having those types of experiences, definitely I understand that there's better ways to express myself, but I mean, in the moment it happens. We are adults, and the people that are watching us are supposed to be, semi-adults.
yeah,
Not-
it's just,
not
it's just very odd.
that, like, not somebody that should be like, hey, watch your potty mouth.
I'm surprised they told it to Dorian.
Yeah.
That's,
I know,
That's
it's
funny as
totally-
hell.
That's what I said. I was like, they
Listen,
told that to
what?
you? What?
I was like, do
Yeah.
we have to put this person in a
It's-
48 lockdown or something to get
Yeah.
evaluated?
Anyway, my point was just like, I don't want to change. Like, if I had to, if you're forcing yourself to change because one viewer is telling you to do that, that's just wrong. Because all of us have had success. We've all had success in our streams, and people recognize that. That's why, when people, we talked about this a little earlier, like people really want to see us get on the stream, like, hey, what are you playing tonight? Or what's the schedule? When are you going to be on live again? We're doing something right. They recognize that. But when I saw that happen, I'm like, well, okay. I was very diplomatic. I said, well, if your son or your daughter is watching, that's very cool, but I'm not going to change the way I conduct my stream because everyone else that's here, and more importantly to me, I'm being genuine to myself. Now, if this means that you're turned off by that, so be it. But at the same time, I'm doing something like no one's really wants to tell you how to. No one likes being told what to do, and
Especially
when
when
that
you're
happened,
not
I
just-
just
Yeah, especially when you're not getting paid for it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, it's
Like we're doing this, we're taking time out of our day, and we're volunteering our time and our efforts. I totally understand where Dorian's coming from, where he's like, we're putting this content out here for us, and for you guys, and this is us. This is how we want to run things. And I've had people come in and be like, I'm glad that that you kind of keep it clean. Not every other word that I use is an F word or a swear word, but I'll put it out there. I swear on stream. I do it, and
We all do. I think,
yeah,
except
I
for
mean,
Dorian.
yeah,
Well,
maybe
it's
Dorian
out.
and Bill, but I mean, Bill keeps it
You know-
pretty clean too.
Yeah, you know what? When I
And-
first,
and I-
first, yeah.
And
go
the
ahead.
people that I watch and the people that I enjoy usually keep it fairly clean as
Yeah.
far as because then it doesn't allow for people in chat to think that kind of behavior is okay. When a streamer is swearing or saying the F word or every other word, then it kind of leads to chat thinking that's okay to do as well. And I also kind of change my language depending on the game that I play as well. Like if I'm playing Battlefield, I will swear.
Yeah, it's
I will
true.
swear playing a first-person
Yeah.
shooter. If I'm playing Minecraft, not so much. Like if
Yeah.
unless I'm in some deep trouble and I'm like, no.
Yeah, watch out for them creepers.
Like me, if I'm playing a mature game, rated mature,
Yeah,
be prepared for some mature language.
yeah.
But I try to.
Or-
I
like
mean,
when
most of us are aware of our audience.
whenever Bill's donation alert goes off.
oh, gee,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I try not to cuss. Usually, it's either like "holy shit" or either that, or I say the great JC's name.
Every time it goes off, he grabs his headset. He's like, oh.
It was
Oh, yeah.
like,
like, what? Yeah.
Like, oh, getting all loud.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Love it.
But yeah, that's all I would have to say on that last little tangent of tangents of tangents.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in closing, I am the only one that's down for esports being in the Olympics. I'm down. I want to see it. I want to see it happen one time.
Sophus wants to see what's his name? What's the NBC guy's name?
Huh?
He had to
Gumbo.
sit out last Olympics because his eye got infected and everything. Damn.
One thing though,
What sport is hey,
one thing I like is just breaking the mold. Just going outside of the boundaries. Like now, of course, money's involved and stuff, but it's harmless. Like if people choose to watch it, they can watch it, right? And if people enjoy our streams, they can watch it. It's not like we're saying you better watch me, or we're gonna put cat hairs in your coffee grinder, so you're gonna have coffee, and then we're gonna watch you while we're under your kitchen sink. I don't know. That was kind of stupid.
It's the most
said,
random
but,
thing I've heard all
just-
day. It's amazing.
I know.
that's the next
Basically
mother
just
father.
mother father. But yeah, no, it's just It's harmless. It is harmless, and there's of course other sports out there that are physical and all that good stuff, and there's an entertainment for that. But that's what it just boils down to is entertainment because we people
Oh,
play sports because hopefully they enjoy it. They love the sport that they dream about and playing and stuff. And as us as spectators, when we watch the big games of soccer, baseball, football, or martial arts, all that good stuff. Uh, we find it entertaining, and this is just another branch of entertainment. Now, I don't think anytime soon we're going to see it coming to like an Olympics, but I can see it coming to like a specific provider, maybe something like of course we see on internet TV stuff, Twitch, for example, and other sites, but
No,
I
no,
just like to
Craig.
see something to just break the mold. I like breaking the mold on this stuff, and if it upsets people enough that they're gonna, start doing riots and getting like your
Yep, I'm gonna be the first one in
pitchforks and
that
all that
line.
stuff, I'm gonna laugh. I'm just gonna laugh at that because it's like, okay, they're not affecting you directly. They're doing their own thing. Okay, so be it. You can do that, but yeah.
Yeah. So okay, Craig, what you said in chat. No, I don't want to see that.
you don't wanna see-
The only way esports will work in the Olympics if they let the actual esport casters just do the work and they just
Yeah.
they sit there with their
Yeah.
setup and film it. Just
Maybe-
don't touch it.
don't touch it.
Maybe
Yeah.
if they were like playing League while on a stationary bike and on an incline.
The stair climber.
With a bottle of water and a towel, sweating, and pointing and clicking.
We see actually like in terms of business, like not even related, but we see people have these bicycles, and they'll be doing their paperwork or online
Yeah.
stuff on the computer, and they'll be doing that.
Yeah.
That's widely accepted now, and you're starting to see more and more employers have something like that.
Yep.
Which is great.
They have
or they
I could have sworn something like over at gyms was like where they had like a little TV thing set up on like the bikes where you actually are
Yeah.
interactive with the bike to play like little video games.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I seen something
the
about
bike
that.
the bike powers the TV, so you have to get it going. Another thing now somebody, I don't know, I'm sure there's several by now, but now they actually have apps for those people in those cubicles that tell you like every so often like an alarm
Start moving.
like an alarm comes off that tells you when to stand up and get that circulation to your legs going again and stuff.
Yeah.
So people are being more cautious of it. So I guess when they're on their Stairmaster playing League of Legends and they die and hit a respawn screen, they have to sprint 40 yards to get a drink of water, and then they could come back or I don't know, whatever.
If you die, do 30 push-ups.
Yes, yes, yes. I don't know,
Oh,
but honestly, I'm down. Like I said earlier, all these world championships, they already happen in esports. It is just the stage of the Olympics would bring it to the forefront, and that's all I want to see. If video games become more popular, I'm okay with that. So we are now at the halfway point. So we're gonna throw up that break screen. We're gonna throw some music by Leader Dog on, and thanks to Leader Dog again for allowing us to use
Yes.
their music. And then when we
GG,
come
leader dog.
back, we will talking about maybe some more shots fired of the last gen consoles holding back the next gen. We will get into Rockstar banning people for using mods on the PC, and we will talk about the goods, the pros and the cons of season passes of games. Thanks for
Ooh,
tuning
so
in,
many
guys.
topics.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in, guys and gals. We will see you again soon.
come and follow. Share the news of the gospel, yeah. And I wanna run away. I wanna run away with you. So tell me why. So can you tell me why I can fail? That rooster crowed right to my soul, and I can't feel it. I can't feel it. I can't feel it, baby. Yeah, tell me. So can you tell me why I can't feel? Once, twice, thrice. Hey, tell me. You said. You said. You said. I'm ashamed, and well, I'm to blame. Lord, and I wanna run away. I wanna run away with you. So tell me why. So can you tell me why I can't fail? That rooster crowed right through my soul, and I can't feel it. I can't feel it. I can't feel it, baby. Yeah, tell me. So can you tell me why I can't feel? Once, twice, thrice. Hey, tell me. You said. You said. You said. Yeah. So tell me, so can you tell me why I can't feel? I can't feel it. Well, I can, and I can. My faith, it can't be broken. That's my religion. And give me a gun. Wake up, it's on the TV. Terror in the valley.